Hello everybody, my name is Nathan Jean and welcome to a video, Photoshop video. How exciting, Photoshop. So this is something I like to do, just mess around with Photoshop, and I thought I would just bring you guys along for the ride. If you follow me on Instagram, there have been some pictures of me with edited eyes, and I think that's just the coolest thing. So if you want to learn how, you can do that now. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, because that would be awesome. All right, so first we have our regular Photoshop open, and first you will need pictures to put in your thing for the thing to happen, the thing that we're trying to do for this video, that thing. And by that I mean you'll need pictures. Pictures, preferably like clear eyes, nothing like obscure like the images I'll show you here, because mine are obscure. But I actually have a few photos, and I did take these before I started this, so we're gonna see how those gonna turn out. We're gonna see if I like any of them. So hold on, let me get those right here. I think we're gonna go with I think we're gonna go with this one. So first of all, I would say choose your image. So I have my image here, and so something happened here. Layers, I need my layers. So first what we're gonna do, we have our background layer, correct? And then we're just gonna make a duplicate of that layer. I'm not gonna name it anything fancy, it's just gonna be a copy of the background. Sweet. So that is all fine and dandy. We're gonna have to add a layer mask on top of this, just so we can single out all the things that we want. In this case, it's gonna be my eyes. I usually go with purple. We might go with purple for this tutorial, but just because I have really, really dark eyes, and that's really the only color that looks good. But we'll get into that later. So we're gonna just tap on the layer mask icon, which is awesome. Okay, so now we want this to not be the color that it is. So we're going to go to Filter, Adjustments, Invert. That's gonna make it black for us. Sweet. All right, so then we're going to do a little zoom in, a little doodly doo. Zoom. Is that my zoom button? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're gonna zoom up to the eyes. Too much zoom. Too much zoom. Much spikeage on the mic too. All right, don't you love to gaze into my beautiful brown, black eyes? Okay, anyways, so awesome. So we're gonna go to our paintbrush tool, and we're gonna go to the brush settings first of all, and we're gonna go to about 50, because we want, at least when I do it, I like to leave a little bit of a soft edge, just so it's not just it's right there, just eye color. So we're just gonna move that to about 50. And then we have to try to get this brush size about the size of my iris right there. And I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Of course, this is gonna vary depending on how close you take the picture to your camera, your lens. So let's see. I'm gonna go about here. That looks pretty good. And so make sure you're still on your layer mask that's highlighted in blue, and then we're just gonna click this. I say 5 or 6 times is pretty good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's there, and you don't have to change your brush size for the other eye unless you have a small eye and then a really big eye, which I highly doubt. So we're just gonna move this over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. And as you can see, it has excuse me, has kind of gone to the other side right here. You can see the 2 dots right there, which is awesome. So now, if we hide the background layer, let's see. Yep, there are our eyes. There are our pupils. No, not our pupils. There are irises. As you can see, I have a little bit of my eyelid right there, so we're just going to invert the colors right there. And we're just gonna kind of make that go away. Oh, oops. If you mess up, Control Z will be your best friend. So we're just kind of make that go away right there. Let's see how that looks. It's looking pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm trying to debate if I need to. Hold on, I'm gonna put my finger there, see if I need to. Nope, I'm good with my eyelid on the other eye, which is awesome. All right, so we're just gonna wanna duplicate the background layer again. Again, I'm not naming it anything fancy. And we're just gonna drag this all the way up. All the way up. Create another layer mask. Make sure that's inverted. So we go to Filter, Adjustments, and Invert. Now make sure you switch it back so the white is on top of the black, so we can get those pupils a nice solid color. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna go back to our brush tool. We're gonna go to brush settings, and we want the pupil to be more hard to make sure you know that there is a pupil right there. So we're going to make the hardness all the way up to 80, and then we're going to adjust for our pupil, which I'm guessing is right about there. I can usually see it in my left eye on the picture. But apparently I have no good lighting in when I'm taking these pictures. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't know if that's a little big or not. So we're gonna go again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. So now that we have those two layers, we can hide these two, and we have our pupils right there. And we're just gonna wanna make those a little harder, a little darker when we actually put the color back in. So let's see, we might as well, we'll go for the eye color first. So to do that, we're gonna have to use another setting. So we're gonna go to layer, we're gonna go new adjustment layer, and then we're gonna go to hue saturation. Now this is the fun part. This is where you can make your eyes all sorts of color. But in my situation, I can only make them purple apparently, because I have really ridiculously dark eyes, if you can't tell. So we're gonna use previous layer to create clipping mask, which is okay by me. And you can just fiddle around with these a little bit just to see what color you get. So the more this way we go, you get more of a bluish color, I suppose. But again, this is probably gonna vary for you. I just have really dark eyes. And over here is all the way green. So if I go this way, you can see how it really changes depending on what you got. And you can see that it spills out a little bit. But again, once you zoom out, it won't be as noticeable. At least that's what I've learned. So saturation, I mean, it's hard for me because I want them to be more natural looking. Like the purple, I think purple looks really good on me. But I digress, opinions aside. We could have black eyes, my goodness. But lightness, all these things are just stuff. Whoa, that's the stuff nightmares are made of. Oh. All of this is just stuff you gotta play around with. So going back to that, saturation, gonna bring that up a little bit and see, you can see that. Oh, again, nightmares. So we're just gonna leave that a little bit in the middle. I think the color that's gonna work best this time is that green right there. But again, if it's too dark for my eyes, it'll probably look good for yours, because if mine are too dark, it's just incredibly hard to see if it's a different color or if it's just the regular brown. So I sometimes have to fiddle around with it. Let's see. We could even go for that. Let's see how that looks. And then we're just gonna zoom it back out, see how it looks. Do I look good in green? Dark green? I don't think I do. It works well. I just don't think I look too terribly good in it. So ultimately, I guess we're with this galaxy purple bluish. And again, it looks kind of funny because the pupils are really not dark, they're light. So we're gonna fix that by going up to our second layer mask, and we're gonna go to layer, new adjustment layer, and this time we're gonna go to levels. We're not changing the color of our pupil. That's gonna stay black. You can do whatever you want, but in my case, it's gonna stay black. Okay, so with our galaxy eyes, I'm just gonna call it that, because that's a pretty color. So moving the slider is gonna darken our pupil, so we could either go all the way, and that demon eyes right there. So I'm gonna back it off. Let's see. And it's usually within the first 20. I find I like a hardness or a darkness. You can see it's really, really dark on that right side, my right. And I say that's a little too dark, even if it's not as dark in the other one. Looking at about 14, it's still pretty dark, but I noticed around 10 or 11, that looks pretty good. Again, this one, I wish this one was a little darker, but again, that's hiding right behind the eye right there. All right. I'm thinking it's still a little light, but I'm thinking it's better than just bold, going for it, just straight up black. But yeah, I think this one's a keeper right here, I think. I really like that. So if you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up, because I've never done anything like this before. Just trying to get a little more variety, just trying to share my knowledge, and just trying to see what you guys like. So I really enjoyed this. I love this. This was fun. So I thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything you'd like me to do, review, or play, please leave it down in the comments below, and why not like and subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.